is time for our masterclass, Becky. And before that, let me mention that the mood reset, we listened to Britney Spears. Do you remember the times when Britney alikuwa navaa jeans ilikuwa so low cut? And then that time she cut her hair. I mean, Britney, we love her. And we appreciate her music to date. Cindy?
Sure.
It's time for our masterclass, Becky.
Yep.
And just to mention to our listeners, we were supposed to talk to someone, but because of some few reasons beyond her control, she could not join us. However, that does not take away the conversation that we were about to have. And we're talking about marriage. I'm of the opinion, and Becky, you can correct me, obviously, again, before, when we started the show, I highlighted that Becky has a ring on her finger, so that means she is taken and a missus. For me, Mimi, Ellen, I'm saying that marriage is an institution that majorly benefits men. And that is a conversation that our guest was supposed to guide us through and tell us if it's true or not. But Becky, you agree that marriage benefits the woman and the man as well. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Becky, can you be serious?
I'm serious.
Are you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Benefit both.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you directly. You've been married for, is it 10 years?
10 years now.
10 years, yes, this year. Has your life improved? Do you feel any sort of maybe security or whatever it is? What is the positive for you?
Why is it about me? You tell me first why you think marriage is benefiting the men.
Okay.
Without first and probably I'd even just talk on behalf of other women, not necessarily
for yourself,
for myself. But I think if it's done in the right way, then the benefits are there.
And Becky, actually, it's a very interesting conversation to have today because it's riding off the conversation we had last week with Reverend Kiama and his wife, Mrs. Caroline Kiama. And we're talking about dating for marriage and how you should date someone knowing that you're going, the end goal is
to
marriage. You're
them.
not just dating for fun.
Yes.
So once we cross that bridge and now we are married, Sasa Hapa.
If you have like a supportive spouse, then you'll see the benefits of marriage. Maybe I should put that as a disclaimer first.
Okay.
If you're supporting each other, not just one person supporting the other person, then it will benefit both of you. However, culture, different beliefs, sort of just dictate how marriage is done in most Kenyan households. Let me talk about Kenyan households.
Okay.
Because in different countries, marriage is treated differently. In different cultures, marriage is treated differently.
Okay.
But however, it should benefit both, if you asked me.
Okay.
So sometimes it's because of culture, you'll find the woman being burdened, or rather it's an unspoken burden that they carry.
But you see now the culture is already burdening the women. Bending again the question, why?
Yes, so the man is at an advantage, getting all the benefits, being treated to very good meals, so their health check, their well-being. Somehow somebody else is taking care of that at the expense of what, or rather in exchange for what.
Now that is where I come in to tell you why I think that marriage only benefits men. Number one, when the marriage happens between a man and a woman, the man gets a wife, right? A woman just gets a second job. Yeah. A woman gets married and suddenly she's expected to be what? A wife, right? A mother, a cook, a cleaner. She's supposed to take care of emotional support for 2, 3, 4 people who 2 already near and introduced to the world, and then there's the husband. She's the family social secretary, yeye ndiye anachukua ana note huyu alifanya, this one failed, this one needs that, my husband needs this. And then she's the childcare coordinator. Yeah. She's essentially,
and all this is unpaid for.
Yes, and it's all unpaid labor. She's essentially she becomes customer care. And
Mama Bear.
So I just think that some women, women don't just get married; they get promoted to unpaid management care.
I hear you. Probably I should speak about the benefits
Okay, give me benefits.
Women are very emotional.
Okay.
And that support, sometimes a supportive spouse can provide that kind of companionship and encouragement and help during stress, illness, pregnancy, or major life changes. Because I think women go through a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, and especially, when carrying a pregnancy, when giving birth, like we go through so many. Even the monthly periods is already a thing. Like
True.
It's already a lot. True. Men will also say that they go through their own thing, but their own challenges. So, but the emotional support in this case, I think is very, very key. If you are to do it alone, then the burden would not be like. The burden will be heavier. That's what I'd say. I literally consult my husband in like almost everything.
Okay.
I call him a lot because why? Because I think men are logical compared to women. We are emotional, but there's a way that they. No, it's my opinion. No, there's a way they think about things logically.
Okay.
There are times when I've been so emotional about something, and I was probably even going to argue or respond to a mail or do something that is not so right.
Yeah.
And then I just talk to this guy.
Yeah.
And then he tells me no. Don't. Just hold yourself. Just with like if there's any support that I've received and that does not mean that I cannot. You probably ask like, oh, that is something that you can just ask any other man. No, when it's your intimate partner, when it's your spouse, it's a loss or a gain for the family. So it's easier when the person you're married to is actually the one.
Okay.
You're asking these questions.
I will not argue with you, but I'll give you another reason why marriage benefits men. Let me give you a scenario. When a man walks home and dinner is not ready, what do people ask? Why isn't your wife cooking? Right? When you, Becky, come home and dinner is not ready, somehow it's you to explain why there is no food that is ready.
But since we are talking about this in general, I'd still go back to the setting, like, and the setup. It's in the Kenyan. Are we talking about the Kenyan setup?
I'm just talking
or generally about marriage, because in other countries, and I've even seen it here, like I know a home, actually some friends that we even visited last week, the lady is American, the guy is Kenyan, but imagine what, he's the one who made the chicken, like he's the one who did the cooking.
That's good. I mean, I'm not saying also that there aren't exceptions to these scenarios.
Yes. So like in terms of, so there are cultures that are actually just okay with the man also just doing these chores that are branded women chores.
My point is, men get wives and women get responsibilities. You know why?
Yeah.
I think marriage creates responsibilities for women that they did not exist for the grown man before marriage. And let me add to that and say that some of these roles are not gender roles. They're just human roles, like cooking, cleaning after yourself.
Yes,
that
they're
is
not
a gender role.
roles.
That is a grown human being's role.
Yeah, because they'd still be cooking and washing.
Exactly, but when you
they're
get
not married to you,
but when you get married, it becomes your responsibility.
Mara moja too, like now they transfer that to somebody else, including their diet and
all that.
Somebody else is the one deciding.
All right, give me another.
No, so of course there's a shared parenting.
Yeah.
Probably I wouldn't, like, I would want to say that this, like, with all due respect, without really sounding like I'm bashing or saying that raising children alone can be. But I was actually raised by my mom only, so I know, like, when my dad passed on. But when it's shared parenting, it's easier. And sometimes I could see how hard it was for my mom to make decisions because dad is absent, dead, So here she was, and I could almost see, like, how important, his presence was to the whole setup of, raising a family. So shared parenting, it can provide a framework for co-parenting, allowing responsibilities such as child care, discipline, school decisions, and financial provision to be shared. And especially discipline. There are things that I tell my daughters, and when the dad says it, it's different from how I say it. Unaona haraka haraka vitu zimefanyika tu haraka. It shouldn't be the case, but yeah, there's an authority that comes with the male figure.
Okay,
I'd say so. So for that, I think for a woman, it's easier when there's somebody else who's doing the heavy work.
Okay.
Na mimi niko hapo tu, mimi ni wife.
All right.
Or rather the mother, I'm doing the nurturing part. There's someone doing the discipline part.
Sawa. I said I will not argue with you. My point again, why marriage benefits men and not women. When you marry a man, his career becomes our career, and your career as the woman remains yours. Meaning, a man's job can demand, say, relocation, or long hours, or maybe travel and sacrifice, and the family is expected to accommodate that when the man is doing it. But a woman's career, if for example I was married and I was transferred to Mandera, the option would somehow be for me to say no to that job, because who'll take care of the children, who'll take care of the family. So there's a power debate point because the issue isn't necessarily marriage itself. It's whose ambitions the household prioritizes. And it's always the man's ambitions that are prioritized. Well,
they come with greater financial security.
You can argue.
I think that's my favorite part in marriage.
Okay. Fair enough. That's a good point.
That I don't have to pay the bills and school fees and but of course there's always like shared responsibility. There are areas where you can chip in here and there, but the fact that it's the man who takes up the financial responsibility most of the times, if not all the time, is a good thing. It's the best thing in marriage. I don't have to start thinking, let's do the rent, school fees, toto.
What? Fair point. But I'm just saying that even if Becky Sahi were earning 3 million and you were your job, you had to relocate to Malawi, I'm just saying there would be a bigger debate than if the man was the one getting that offer, because when you consider the children in the family, it's obviously the woman's responsibility. So there's a bigger debate when career conversations are had, because the household will prioritize the husband's career choice
as opposed to the woman's.
Go on, give me another one.
No, I hear you. I hear you on that one. Actually, on the financial one, statistics show that married women and mothers may face a lower risk rather of poverty.
Okay. Well, it's
when
true.
they're married.
It's that you and I agree.
Lower risk of poverty.
Yes.
But I'm loving that women are stepping up, actually, the way women just step up and do so much. And right now, women are actually even paying those bills and still submitting to the husbands.
Correct.
Which is a beautiful thing anyway. So there's the social recognition. I don't know whether this is a thing, but marriage provides rights related to the inheritance, medical decision making, like before you sign, before you're willed to theater, like there's somebody signing that for you. It's not you peke yako. There's your husband can do that. I think I love that. It's like, there's somebody else who can consent to it. Property insurance, and of course the children.
Okay.
And of course the protections vary. The marital protections vary, depending on the country and the laws. But marriage does not necessarily really improve a woman's life, but the advantages that come with it. So improve. There are some, by the way, that life is improved because probably they are now more financially secure, not just financially, but emotionally. It has its benefits.
Let me give you another reason.
Am I trying to convince you to get into marriage, or am I discouraging you?
At this point, Becky, I'm confused because let me give you another reason why I think it is men who benefit.
Yeah.
So as a woman, you do a lot of work that cannot be on a CV, quote unquote. Because you know why? Who remembers birthdays? The watoto.
It's the woman. Isn't it more natural than it is imposed? Like,
it is not natural because you 50% are parents to that child.
Okay.
So it's not, that's not a, come on. Becky, how can you say that it's only natural that the woman remembers? No, it's not. The woman remembers the birthdays.
Women are going to come for me, though.
The woman is the one who looks at the school requirements. She's the one looking at the doctor's appointments. She's the one thinking of the groceries. She's the one thinking of family events of, that cousin of ours who has this that we need to attend. She's the one looking at the children's clothes and knowing that our baby has outgrown her whatever. She's the one who knows when there's need for shopping for your groceries. She's the one who knows what needs to be fixed, even if it's a bulb. She's the one when everyone's doing
Isn't that powerful? Isn't that so powerful?
Do you know what? When you're doing that, that's if I'm doing all that well, my husband, for example, is doing the same thing, maybe in equal measure, fine, maybe. But you know what? He could
when it's a partnership, it is beneficial to the woman, for real. Like, by all means.
But he could just be there looking at...
When it's a partnership, then it's beneficial to the woman.
Okay.
And I think all those things that you're talking about are very strong abilities that we have naturally. That the ability, like ninajua, like the sink ikona leakage, or there's no more water in the dispenser. Can we get more water? Can... opening dates za shule, you're the one who remembers. Oh, by the way, we had holiday homework. I was actually coordinating holiday homework right now as we're just in here. You're the one who coordinates holiday homework. There's so much responsibility upon
and it falls on the woman.
But for some reason, women ace it.
Okay.
Can you imagine men being given all these responsibilities? How would that home run?
They should. I mean, you know what?
No, if they were to run that home the way you ran it, do you think they would successfully do it?
Yes, they should. They should. They should. Then it becomes...
if they became mommy for a day.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like, left to do. I've seen so many guys. Do you know how many times my husband goes, you know what? When I'm not in the house, I've traveled. It's like, I can't find this and that. I can't do this and that.
Mm-hmm.
So I choose to look at it from an angle of, it's like really powerful that we're able to do all these things gracefully. However, I still go back to partnership. It's only beneficial if it's done in a very reasonable way.
Okay, Becky.
If you're getting support from your partner. But if you're not, then it becomes a burden.
And then actually, you just said if you're getting
not,
support.
Yeah, if you're not, it becomes a burden.
But, men actually will say, but I help my wife. Becky, you know what? Help. You should not be having to, quote unquote, help in your own house, in the house that you live in. If you have to be thanked for parenting your own children, you're not helping, you're just participating. If you should not be reminded. You should know all these things because as much as...
Let me ask you a question.
50, okay, go on.
Would you thank your husband for paying school fees or rent?
No.
Okay.
No. But then again, you said, would you? And also another big question, am I married? No.
No, but the day you get married, would you be telling him, thank you?
No.
Thank you for paying our school fees. Why not?
No.
Thank you for paying our rent.
No.
Why?
Does he thank me for
giving birth?
No.
And I think this is something that needs to be normalized. Listen to us, listeners. We need to normalize this. Can you just learn to thank each other? It's not so obvious. Do you know that? It's not so obvious that the man should be providing. It's not so obvious that your woman should be giving birth. No, it's not so obvious. Or taking care of the children. Can we learn to thank each other? And if you're listening to us and you have a wife, can you call her right now and tell her, thank you for giving birth to my children, to our children. And if you're a man or a woman listening, just tell your husband, thank you. Thank you for paying rent for August rent.
Darling, it's the A. Thank you for
thank you.
A home.
Yeah. Why not?
No.
And I think the moment we normalize that, then it should, that's when now it becomes a thing. That's when now it becomes like we are partnering. And that's why I keep talking about partners. This is your life partner.
Do you know what? I'm going to thank him for example, if he comes home today from work and he brought me something,
like a specific
cookie
thing
that I like, but he knows it's very specific to me. I'll say thank you, baby, for that. Thank you for that.
You wouldn't thank him if he decided, okay, fine, let me come with bread and, milk and, and he's coming home in the evening. Atunambia, thank you for bringing this. Why not?
But we are his family. We have to eat.
Is
That's
it so
his
obvious?
responsibility. That's his responsibility.
No, actually, couples, can you learn to thank each other?
Yeah, we
Come
can.
to think of it, can you learn to thank each other?
Do you know what? I'm going to thank him for holding the door open for me. That one I will. But I'll not thank him for doing what he is supposed to do.
So he should not even thank you for giving birth to to your children.
I'm not saying I'm ungrateful. There is a bottom line. There is an unspoken and eternal gratitude for that. But it's not some sasa amekuja na amelipa school fees at the beginning of the term.
So thank you.
No,
I actually thank my husband.
His children should thank him then. Let the children say thank you, daddy, for.
And I think that's where we get it wrong sometimes. According to me, you see this thing of assuming. What do you think a thank you will do to this person? No, if you are thanked, for example.
I would thank him if he paid for my own school fees.
Wait a minute. If he came home and he found the house so clean, you spent so much time cleaning that house, and just said, thank you, baby, for making the house smell so good. How would you feel about it? What would you do the following day? You'll ensure it smells even better.
Okay, please.
Okay, me, I would do that. I don't know what our producer. Listeners, what do you think?
Joylene is on my side, by the way.
And probably to our listeners. Would you... Do you think couples should be thanking each other for the obvious roles?
Yeah.
Yeah, kindly just tell us.
I like how you
comment and tell us.
The temperatures are going high and I'm only at 0.5. Let me tell you.
No, people should be thanking each other.
No.
For the obvious. These assumptions are what... I think the assumptions are leading to a lot of what is it? The complacency in marriages.
Yeah. Because
people don't even thank each other. If my husband came home and told me, "Oh, the bedroom looks really nice. It smells good," tomorrow I will ensure I even make it look even better and smells even better.
Okay.
Is it my role? Yes, probably it is, because as the woman. But being thanked, the fact that he actually noticed. It's actually a beautiful thing. What if I decided to tell him, "Oh, thank you for paying rent for this month"? It's a good thing. There are men out there who are not paying rent. Wanaamua to like familia every day, like the auctioneers are, not auctioneers, what are they called? Like the agent is at the gate or the caretaker. We are closing this door, mtoke. So is it so obvious that because that it's the husband's responsibility? Thank him. Do you know what that man, what that will do to that man? Yeah? He'll work harder to ensure that rent is paid next month.
I mean,
so learn to thank your spouse. I love that. Now, learn to thank your spouse. Call them right now and thank them for that obvious thing. Or if they're there with you, just tell them thank you for what they do. Thank you.
Sawa. I'll not argue with you, Mrs. Mulure. Another reason why I think marriage benefits men more than women. Marriage can makes women's standards mysteriously disappear. Before marriage, like Mimi Sahi, I will say that I need a man who communicates, a man who makes romantic dinners now and then, who respects my dreams, who supports what I want to do. But then guess what? After getting married, do you know what people say often? And if you're being honest, at least hanichapange. It goes from here to at least hanichapi, at least bare minimum.
Standards is just now bare minimum.
Yes.
It has reminded me of, I told you, like I'm working on something on femicide.
Yeah.
It has reminded me of something that we had at one of the centers, GVRC actually. So they told us most of the things that women say. I remember there was a case where a woman was... but like a man poured boiling water on their spouse. And then so when they were doing the investigation and just finding out what happened, they asked the woman, so does he like imeanza leo ama ni kitu anafanyanga? And then she said ananipiganga tu. Like she does not categorize that as abuse. She never ever thought of it as abuse. So for her, it's like now the thing that he has never done is kumwagia maji. So she had normalized the beating to a point that sasa hii yenye imeenda sasa kwa maji sasa ati ni kunichapa tu ananichapanga.
Becky,
like it was obvious. Anyway, so I digress.
Much. But it's true because I'm just saying that your standards.
Well, the
as a
standards
woman,
go down.
They really go down.
But don't you think it's your personal responsibility to ensure that your standards are still high? In fact, if anything, I think men really appreciate when we keep our standards the same way. You know why they got attracted to you as Ellen? Because number one, you're a fierce marketer. For example, you chase the bag. There's something so beautiful about you that they got attracted to. Do you know what happens to women, unfortunately? When we get married, there's just some comfort too. I know, like, there's responsibilities are many, and this is something that has happened to me once. Like I know what I'm talking about, because you get in and probably the responsibilities are heavy. So pole standards zinaanza ku, you start forgetting yourself kidogo, or the kids wanaanza ku take priority. But the moment you still have your goals in mind, and this is something that is still very admirable kwa wanaume. I've spoken to a couple of men. I do my researches when something is bothering me. So they actually get attracted to that person that they married. They married you because you are very bold, you are very, you could chase the bag, very hardworking. This is a woman who'd walk in somewhere and command a room. And then kidogo, when they marry you, that side starts going down. So why are we losing ourselves? Probably it's even a challenge to women. Ellen, please, sweetheart, when you get married, those goals that you still have right now, can you still have them?
Becky, you know what? I agree with you, and I'm not. In fact, I feel like you're also still supporting me. All I'm saying is, it feels like women sometimes we are forced to think that the measure for a successful marriage is the absence of abuse, and it is not right. It becomes so bare minimum that I can struggle. My husband will probably not provide. Fine, I'll work hard. I'll provide because I'm a go-getter and I can do all these things. I can provide. Fine. My husband had decided that probably he's gonna have another family out there. Okay, fine. I'll still take care of my children because they're my children and I love them and I give birth to them. But again, if I go to my mom or even his mom, the first question that will come is anakuchapa. So by default, the measure of a successful marriage in the African context is the absence of abuse. Does not mean that your needs are being met or that he's even going anything needs for you. Even the emotional support lacks totally. And that's why I'm saying marriage for women is nini. Think twice. Do you have another point for you? Ama, do I go on?
I really want to listen to what our listeners think about that whole, about this whole conversation. I still go back to that point. The standards. Who lowered the standards? Is it the marriage or you?
It's very interesting coming from the married woman. Please, listen to her.
So did you lower the standards or the marriage lowered the standards?
Okay. Another reason I think that marriage benefits only men and not women is men often get so much praise for doing the bare minimum. For example, and this is nothing unique. When a man makes breakfast for your family that one day, what is the story? Wow. What an amazing
husband made chapos and the kids were in the kitchen just Dad, you can make chapatis.
What an amazing father. He has made us chapatis, or he has made breakfast for his family today, and we'll even take pictures and post them on Instagram and on LinkedIn. But
what are you documenting on LinkedIn?
But the woman, you who has been doing it for 15, 20 years, you
never gets the praise.
Yeah, because that's what mothers do. It's just what women do. It's just what mom does. It's just what my wife does.
What is that one thing that if a woman did that probably was delegated to the men, or rather it's a men's role, that do you think a woman would get praise for?
Probably, I would say changing tires, maybe. Like I say, if you did that, I see how if you did that, you'd get praise. But anyway, I'm just saying that, for example, and this is just another example, when a man, for example, changes a diaper and suddenly he's father of the year, but a woman changes 4,000 diapers. How many have you changed for your 3 children? Exactly, and it's just a normal day. Yeah, it's just a normal Saturday that Becky did that while you're at 7,000 diapers and he's at 1. It's not fair for the woman. It's not. Hiya. Another reason, Becky, I'm here. Please, listeners, I encourage you to get married. It's a very holy. Anyway, so marriage can come with a career penalty for us women because, when you get pregnant, childbirth, breastfeeding, and childcare, they'll affect your career. And for women, for the men, they don't even physically change anything in their lives.
Yeah.
Then there's a societal expectation that the woman should remain ambitious, Becky. You should remain beautiful. You should remain sexually attractive and available even. You should remain emotional available as well. You should remain domesticated and financially productive. So apparently, the modern woman is expected to be the CEO at work and the housekeeper at home with flawless skin in both locations. Ukiwa nyumbani, kila kitu, maintain. While the husband, the children, and the breastfeeding and all that, your life changes completely. For him, nothing, absolutely nothing changes except the occasional wake-up call at night when the baby is crying. Na yeye atageuka angalie upande ingine. I don't even know how I'm having this conversation while Becky is the experienced one. Beside the point. Higher. Why is his living standard allowed to stay the same? A man can marry and continue doing many of the things that he did while single. That meaning work, socializing. He can still continue to pursue his hobbies that he loves. He can continue to relax, right? And then a woman is suddenly should acquire an enormous list of domestic obligations that I had mentioned, mothering, all those things. So I want to ask, when a man gets married, what does he actually have to give up that women are routinely expected to give up? What do they give up? Nothing.
Can I ask you, do you think women know all that?
I hope they do.
Why are they still married?
You tell me. Do you know all that?
Why are they still married? Yes,
but
yes,
you gave
I
me
know all
pros.
that. Why are they still married?
You gave me the pros that you're financially taken care of, and it's a
Why are they
valid
still
reason.
married?
You've only told me that the security is
No,
there.
but it should be beyond the financial security, really. Because I'd want to hear what women are saying. Do we have any feedback there? Like, what are we saying about this? Because I feel like the benefits... Do you think that there are benefits that would outweigh all those negative things? Or rather, all those disadvantages? Because why, again, are women still married if they are suffering in marriages, if they are the ones who have been burdened by this whole thing? Is it because they lack the knowledge, like they lack the sensitization that munatumiwa? Or is it, the man is benefiting more than you are? Or is it because they are aware, but they've still chosen to stay?
To stay. I don't know. I'm not married, Becky. I wouldn't know. However, I have my last point on why marriage doesn't necessarily improve a woman's life. But you know what? Society tells her that it do. Now, women are often raised with, and all of us, myself included, we've had this. One day you'll get married. Siku moja utaolewa. You hear all that.
It's drummed.
It's there. But no one tells you this. One day you'll build a peaceful, financially independent life, whether you are married or not. You can have the peace, you can have the financial independence and live the life that you want. So, while we're preparing our girls for husbands, we should also prepare our sons and also the children, the daughters as well, for financial independence. Financial independence should not be...
Is that the only reason why people get married?
Becky, we were having this debate, but you only outlined that.
No, that was not the only thing that I outlined.
You told me
I've given you a couple of reasons. No, I've given you a couple of reasons for raising a family, emotional support,
partnership.
Partnership, not just the financial support. Yes. So do you think that is the reason why?
I'm
because
just saying,
back in the day, even the Bible says that a woman will leave, the parents and cleave with the husband.
Yeah.
So, and in the African setup, it was actually very practical. Like you'd literally leave your home as you go to your wachana na hiki twenye saizi you go live alone sijui what then now you get married, then you'd literally leave your mother's home
for your husband,
then for your husbands, imagine. So it means that like your parents' responsibilities are now transferred to
the husband. So
financially, financial responsibilities, what is it? Like those things that you're telling your parents now. Sasa zimeenda kwa bwana. And then now, that is what now led to, I think that's what led to women now asking, if I'm able to provide these things for myself, I have that financial independence, why do I need a man? You get my point?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm able to take care of myself,
then why do I need to be with a man or something?
yes, back in the day, that was the whole point of, umetoa sasa responsibility hapa, wazazi literally hand you over to this man. That sasa now this woman is your responsibility, like your life partner. But you still find the same women complaining that they still need companionship, sweethearts. And they actually look for companionship. It might not even be necessarily like through marriage, but they still look for companionship. If there's something and I even told my husband this recently, and I don't know how he took it. I told him, if there's anything, companionship, God forbid, if you ever pass away, before me, like you go fast, you die fast, I'm going to get married again.
Okay. For the companionship,
I'm gonna get married again for companionship, because I'm not dying. I'm not spending my sunset years alone. It's very lonely. So there's just something about marriage, about having that one person that you can spend the rest of your life with. And this is how I sign off with in this conversation. Marriage benefits women only when it is a partnership.
Yeah.
Only when it's a partnership. Not when it becomes a system in which women provide unpaid labor while men control money and decisions. So how are you involving your wife in decision making so that she doesn't feel like, this whole marriage thing is a burden to her? And probably it's also like a call to men and women.
Okay.
Yeah, and sure, like if you're married, let it not be a burden to the other person. If they still had dreams, please support them. You man out there, you husband, please support your wife's dreams.
Okay.
Let them not lose themselves, so to speak, quote unquote, just because they got married. If you need to get them support, you remember the lady that we hosted here, and she told us, like, if it means you hiring 2 nannies for that lady, for her to be able to pursue her dreams,
then please
do so. Let her not feel like marriage is a burden.
Okay. Now, Becky, that's your closing remark. And for me, this is my closing remark on this one. And number one, I'm not saying all marriages are bad. I'm not. I'm asking a much more maybe bigger question. If marriage is supposed to be a partnership, why does society still expect women to carry so much more of the unpaid work, emotional labor, and sacrifice? If marriage is such an equal institution, why does a woman so often have to negotiate her freedom, her career, her body, time, and identity, while a man simply gains a wife? So if you show me what marriage gives a woman that she doesn't already have as an independent adult, I'll show you 10 things society expects her to sacrifice to get it. And that's our masterclass.
I wish you marriage, Ellen.
Thanks.